morning.
No, good afternoon.
It is 1:10 p.m. Minus 24 degrees Celsius. It's cold. A little bit in a buffer monster area here, but that should get better shortly. How heavy are we? We could find out.
So it's minus 9.5 Fahrenheit.
Minus 9.5 Fahrenheit.
And that's without including the wind chill.
And it is a little breezy. It's not very windy. Breezy. It's not very windy.
There, I got chat open.
5,600, give or take. We're allowed 5,500. What was that? 16. Too far. 16,460. So we're 550 below max weight. Angle we came in, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get all of the rear axles on there. I should right there. 23,490. So that's 1,600 light. Not bad, not bad. Nice heavy load. Those numbers were in kilograms. So my steer axle's a little overweight. Spinning my tires a little bit. Okay. That was the midway scale. We're headed westbound towards Soyuz. Going home.
It's been a week.
Been a week. It's been a week. Couple of road closures.
Let's just say the videos in a couple of weeks from now will be interesting.
Well, the snow is certainly not going to stop, that's for sure. I had to actually chain up this week. Hammer down.
These roads are kind of decent compared to what we've been having.
Oh yeah, very, very decent. Because it's colder here, it hasn't been thawing and freezing and thawing and freezing, so they're not as slippery here. Take my lockers off. I have really not much to talk about. I've talked myself out of everything. We're doing our regular videos, so ask us anything. We'll answer any and every question. To your satisfaction, who knows?
Michelle says, wow, I'm the first one here.
Welcome, Michelle.
Live streams are kind of random when we do them.
Don't slip me there. What happened to our sun? We had such beautiful blue sky going over the Hulks, and I could take more of that. Minus 24 Celsius. It's pretty cold.
And like it keeps getting colder.
Pretty cold.
We stopped for a washroom break and I regretted that.
Yeah, it's just like a pit toilet. No heated washrooms most of this route. The Soyuz has a SO that we can stop at.
A few extra days off. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we're gonna get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Monday we're kind of off. We have to deliver this load Tuesday morning in Ashcroft, but we're also seeing family on Monday in Kamloops. So we're gonna drive Monday morning just a few hours up to Kamloops, park the truck at a truck stop, and then either bobtail to their place or get a ride to their place. And then at the end of the day, we'll drive to Ashcroft. So, sort of free. I don't know why we lost cell service there, but we should be getting better and better service as we pull out of that area. It's always a little sketchy in that area, but not usually there. Should be getting better quality video as we go along as well.
Yeah, mine just jumped to 5G, so it should be getting better.
Yeah. Coming up on Rock Creek, and then for a nice hard climb. These road conditions make me think we'll have no issues climbing that. That'll be nice. Halton was pretty sketchy climbing. I wasn't sure if we were going to make that one, so. But it was beautiful up there in the sunshine and all the snow. Here the wind has knocked a lot of the snow off the trees, so not quite as pretty. It's still pretty in the snow, but not quite as magnificent as on the top. I don't like that everybody's cut this corner. Just slow down a bit.
Get a huge dump of snow over here on the island. I heard about that. You guys were hammered.
There's more coming, right?
I think it's rain now.
You guys are gonna get. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Rain after this? Rain and then freezing overnight? Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all.
We get some snow over here, but mainly it's melted, froze into black ice. Now it's gonna warm up and be a mess with rain.
guys have over there right now on the island? Are the roads messy, or at least these roads are not messy? There's some slippery sections, but at least they're not messy.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna get another winter storm and rain. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be snow, then freezing rain, and then rain. I think that's what they're saying.
Hopefully people just decide to stay at home.
Well, a lot of people want to travel for the holidays.
Yeah, I know that everybody wants to travel for holidays, but I don't think that's a good idea with that kind of forecast. Maybe it's okay to stay home.
I had one wish this week, to stay away from the lower mainland, and we managed to do it.
Yep. Although we're supposed to deliver this load tomorrow, and I said nay.
It's about -7 today. The
That's
main
not
roads
bad.
are pretty decent now.
-7's cold, but not as. It's been worse. But right now, -24 is almost as cold as it's been. On Monday, we hit -26.
Yeah, -26 on Monday, and it was -30 basically with chill or something.
I'm going to probably spoil a video in the future, but imagine -26 with 4 hours of no bunk heat in this truck, and the engine wouldn't start up. That was close to calling for emergency help.
Yeah, we were pretty close to calling 911.
Well, I was happy with those roads. I'm not so happy with these. Let's lock up our lockers, four-way flashers on, and see what we can do. At least there's quite a bit of sand up here. You know what? I don't care who's behind us. I'm going to run here on the wrong lane.
I wish we had space to pick him up.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to be up there looking for a ride at this temperature.
Yeah, -24 looking for a ride. That's not comfortable. I'm running the center lane because there's more traction here. If who wants to pass me, they can pass me on the right.
Says, we had quite the wind chill too. I don't envy you guys in the cold with no heat in your cab. I used to live in Edmonton, so I know that kind of cold, but now I'm not used to it.
I know we were definitely thinking about the homeless. It's like, we can barely survive 4 hours of this. Imagine if you're homeless and you have to literally survive all night in this. And it's been that cold temperatures day and night, right? So I feel sorry for people that don't have shelter right now. Yeah, if you guys ever see a truck climbing a mountain in the wrong lane, it's probably because he finds more traction in that lane. Made it to the hairpin and we're doing good. Got everything locked up, so that means the steering won't want to turn properly around here, so we got to take our time. Excuse me.
chirping. It's definitely more fun in the summer.
Spinning our tires a little bit.
Did you see about the Coca-Cola being closed from like 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. today?
4 p.m. last night.
Last night, yeah.
7 a.m. today.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
I kind of want the center of the highway here. I take both lanes. Keep an eye on the mirror. See someone catching up, I'll pick one or the other. Almost to the top.
Well, I'm gonna say hi. Oh, it's a different language. I don't know.
Someone saying hi in a different language.
It's really weird. Oh, hi, Linda. I see you there too. Awesome that you can hear me clearly. What they said, Michelle, was that they had a whole bunch of accidents, and then it was so windy that the sand and the salt and stuff wouldn't stay on the road. So there was no way for them to keep the road clean and clear for a grip. Unfortunately, though, that closed Highway 3 because everybody got stuck on that road.
Yeah, we got stuck on Highway 97 on Tuesday because of two. Well, one was the truck spun out diagonally across two lanes up Hospital Hill, leaving Vernon, so south of Vernon. And the other one was down by Lake Country. Two semis kind of leaned against each other and closed the road down. I talk all about those in future videos coming up, but yeah, it's been exciting with the snow. I'll leave the lockers in until the next climb. Definitely a heavy load today. If you want to know how heavy, go to the very beginning of this live stream. You said I'm going to need a water, and I forgot to grab a water. Luckily the fridge is within arm's reach. Now I've got a water. But where's my cookies?
You brought them up here. I don't know what happened to them.
If I could get this frog out of my throat. See, quite often big rigs spun out on this little hill. Let's try not to be one of them. Oh, it's slippery, all right. How far can I go on the shoulder without driving off the road? Because that's where the traction is.
are loaded, Tom.
We are heavy.
And Juan was just saying, in the beginning of the live stream, we went through a scale.
Yeah, we weighed live stream at the beginning of this video. What was it again? 5,600 on the steers, kilogram. The drives were 16,400, give or take, somewhere in there. And the trailer is 22,400, something like that. I can't remember.
I thought it said 24,400 for the trailer.
22,400.
Wow. I don't know.
Max is 2,400.
I don't know. Beginning of the video.
Beginning of the video. If you want the exact numbers, beginning of this video.
It's just lumber.
What kind of lumber? 2x4s?
It's only millimeters, so I don't know.
Oh, it's millimeters. Okay, so it's Japanese stuff.
It's Douglas fir, I can tell you that much.
Japanese equivalent of a 2x4.
I think it was like 105 by 105, 45 by 45, 45 by 60, something like that in millimeters. I filled out the paperwork, but I don't remember. Tom says, I just joined. We were getting ready for the huge storm here in Ohio.
Yeah, I saw there's a lot of storms hitting, a lot of snow dumps coming into the U.S. There,
Yeah.
the big storm came through Washington the last 2 days, and then it's moving across the country and just dumping snow everywhere.
I'm originally from Michigan. My parents still live there, so my dad's excited to see him snowmobiles. He's like, yes, a snowstorm.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of toys you have, if you look forward to snow or not. Blockers off.
So I think you guys are getting the slightly cooler temperatures as well with it, like we did.
We're pretty stable right now. It's minus 23.5 Celsius.
Yeah, so it's roughly minus 10 Fahrenheit here.
A little bit of a sideways slide there, but it did handle that like a champ. I'm pretty good at Mario Kart drifting, so some skills that come in benefit on days like this.
Says they say we're going to get 60 mile per hour winds and minus 10 to minus 20 Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we've just been dealing with. We're kind of recovering from that now. That's been the last couple of days, exactly that. So, good luck. I don't recommend traveling because we've been stopped in road closures a lot this week.
The amount of cars and trucks we've seen in the ditch.
In the ditches, upside down, rolled cars, rolled pickups. A lot of times the 4x4 pickups, a lot of those are rolled upside down in the ditch. You got the traction to go fast, but no traction to make the corner or no traction to stop.
Another thing people forget is, fuel and diesel soap to gel up at temperatures like that.
Yeah, we had that fun experience.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Gelled up diesel, dead batteries, road closures. If you're going to have any kind of problems, that's when they come out. You have the extreme temperatures.
You're staying home and watching hockey if the power doesn't go out?
Yep, that's about the right thing to do.
Are you rooting for Detroit or do you have a different team? I grew up being a Detroit fan, of course.
Winnipeg Jets. It's the only jersey that's in my closet.
Believe it or not, we kind of fail as Canadians at watching hockey as much as we should. We should watch it a lot more.
We should.
How you just live east of Cleveland? I grew up just north of Grand Rapids in Michigan.
This one here is not slippery at all. This is a nice climb here. We're not. I'm actually gonna turn my lockers off already. Got traction here. Just a steep climb, but good traction.
It is very icy. These roads are better than what we've seen the last few days.
Yeah, those are the best roads we've seen all week. This is stress-free fun driving.
What kind of happened here is we got a lot of snow, it warmed up, it melted and froze into sheets of black ice. And now we're getting ready for it to warm up and do it again. Michelle says she better not complain about the weather in Victoria. A bunch of babies compared to them.
Well, it depends what you're climatized to, right? In Manitoba, minus 40 wasn't that big of a deal. You get used to it, you dress for it. Minus 40 wasn't that bad. We went out and played at minus 40. It's like, put our snow gear on and let's go dig tunnels in the snow. Does kind of suck tarping loads in minus 25 Celsius temperatures because you need your fingers for bungees. I learned a trick. You know those cheap little gloves you can buy at Walmart? Those cheap little thin stretchy gloves you can buy at Walmart? What do you call them?
I don't know, like mittens, like the little thin mittens.
Not mittens, gloves.
Gloves, okay, but then I usually buy like 2 or 3 pair for $1.
We have a whole bunch of those in the truck here. What I do is I wear those inside other work gloves, and then every time my fingers get cold, I just jump back in the truck, swap the inside gloves, those cheap gloves, and then inside, put the work gloves back on, and come back. Just keep switching the inside layer.
And Tom, that's about what it's going to be for us here in the next few days, getting up to about 50 Fahrenheit, 10 Celsius in the rain. Yep. Michelle says black ice is the worst. Minus 40 wasn't that bad in Edmonton either. My kids didn't stay outside for too long in that cold.
Yeah, you would go play for an hour or 2, but you had to come back in and warm up. The thing is, when we dug our ice caves and ice tunnels, it was a lot warmer inside of those ice caves. Like it was a lot warmer in there, and you could stay inside of those things for hours. And we built those big enough you could walk up right in them. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna turn my lockers back on. That looks slick.
I was just thinking, I'm kind of lucky in this chat that I know Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Yes.
I can convert it.
You being American and Canadian. And let's go over here instead. Where's the traction? pretty glassy, slippery here.
We are coming up to a beautiful viewpoint. 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do a very quick brake check. It's too darn cold to do a long brake check. I'm just gonna do a very quick brake check, and then we'll hammer down into Soyuz. Brake check still another 14 kilometers away.
Shell says, I learned to convert to, I'm old enough to remember when Canada first went metric.
Oh. You are old.
I basically have, I don't call it waypoints. So basically I know like 50 equals 10 and like, at certain
I know
markers.
minus 40 is minus 40.
So I want to know how much further we have to get home. No, you don't have that. It's the right place.
Well, that's easy enough to tell. Via point distance is 92 kilometers. And via time to home is an hour and 22 minutes.
So about an hour and 22 in a big rig.
It's going to be a little more than that because we're slower than that time is. We're always losing time against the GPS when you have a load this heavy. Here we go, Anarchist Summit. It's weird, it's warmer here.
We get a little bit more clouds here.
Minus 22.5. We're warming up just slightly. Cascade Mountains way in the background.
You guys are so lucky you don't have to smell that.
So when you turn the lockers off, you get the stale air smell in the truck because it's all air, right? So there's actually air vents right underneath those switches, those toggle switches. And when you go that and that hissing is letting this bad stale air out that's been going through the air dryer. It's a stinky smell. Bit of a sour smell.
Yep.
Little things you guys never think about because in videos and stuff nobody talks about the smells of things.
And if you're not familiar where we are, really, you literally are looking into the U.S. right now. We're very close to the border.
So yeah, everything, we're slightly southbound, so everything to the left-hand side is USA, everything to the right-hand side is Canada, give or take a bit.
Christine says, happy holidays to both of you from York, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, well, happy holidays as well. Hopefully everybody's going to stay home and chill and have some warm temperatures and eat a bunch of chocolate.
Shell says 49th parallel. Nick says, thanks for the live stream. The crow's nest is looking really scenic today. Staying warm in Vancouver. Looking forward to Highway 3 and warmer days. And happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to everyone else as well.
Yeah, 3 has been a mix of clear and icy.
Take her easy here. Take her easy. I got engine brakes on. if all of a sudden we're braking a little too hard, we're going to jackknife. I always tell all drivers, never leave your engine brakes on downhill. And here I'm doing it. It's important to remember that you have engine brakes on if you do have them on. It's a fine balance of knowing when you can use them and when you cannot. Yeah, this road's so close along the parallel there that the border, U.S.-Canadian border, you often see Border Patrol parked along the highway here, running off into the woods. It's like somebody illegally crossed.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a few times here. You also have the problem where your cell phone doesn't know if you're roaming or if you're not roaming.
Yeah, so sometimes your cell phone gets tracked U.S. minutes.
That's really thick, dark smoke there.
That
That's
is a fire. It's way down to the left-hand side. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the U.S. side, there is a massive fire burning there. It's more fire than a house burning. It's more like a warehouse burning.
Oh, no.
Now, having said that, it could be conscribed burning from forestry.
Maybe. Linda says I have to go. Thanks for the live stream. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Linda. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you for joining, Linda. Happy holidays.
Brakes off. I don't want them on these corners.
So, on the Paulson we saw, was it a grader? Is that what you call it? Snowplow grader?
Yep, a big grader, yep.
And he was like sliding all over. It was like really slick.
He was fighting the snow hard climbing up there. And he had chains on.
Yeah. Like the elk is coming up this decorated, but it's probably gonna be any snow.
All the statues.
Yeah. You did see real elk today.
Did, yeah.
Last week, where were we? I saw hundreds, like a migration of elk.
Oh, that was in the Columbia Gorge on I-90. They call it the Gorge.
That was closer to Yakima area?
Towards, not closer to Yakima, it was closer to the Gorge. We were climbing out of the Gorge.
Okay. And that was like the biggest herd of elk I've seen migrating. That was awesome.
Headed towards Ellensburg, westbound. Alright, I'm gonna jump out of the truck here in 2 kilometers, do a very quick brake check, and then you guys are gonna have a beautiful scenic downgrade into the bottom of the valley.
So don't go anywhere.
If you guys haven't seen me do this drive before, it's gorgeous. Yeah, there's deer pulling Santa's sleigh there. The
elk is really pretty.
elk is all decorated there, the statues. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen me do this descent before, it's worth it. It's quite a beautiful descent down into the valley. A couple of very nice viewpoints.
Michelle says, happy holidays. We'll be staying warm and dry here. Thanks for the live stream. They're fun.
Yeah, I enjoy the live streams too because I get to directly talk to you guys.
Yeah.
I only do them when Jess is in the truck because...
Well, I'm narrating now the comments.
I can't read the comments, so...
They're so small on the screen, so I have to use my phone to read them.
I kind of have to drive. Seems important.
Yeah. So it's like the live stream won't be ending, but it will be nothing for a few minutes.
No, not even minutes. It's
Yeah.
going to be just a very short little break here. While I jump out of the truck. And it's illegal. Ooh, somebody crashed there. It's a legal requirement to stop and check your brakes here. In British Columbia, you legally have to pull into all of these and make sure your brakes are working. I'm not going to bring you guys outside with me because it's too darn cold.
Pretty cool, huh?
It's cold out there. Actually, it's warming up. It's a lot warmer than it was. I'm like, is it snowing? But no, it must be just a tree
It's
dumping
just the
over.
trees.
It's, what is it? It says minus 18 now. It's warming up significantly from midway to here. Truck advisory, 30 kilometers per hour. We're doing 35, 40. 45.
Definitely appreciate everybody I see watching, and
60 kilometers.
feel free to drop some comments and
Ask me anything? When people say that, I always ask anything. I just do. It's like, what color are your eyes?
oh dear.
Like, oh, when people say ask me anything, they don't mean anything. of switchbacks here, and then as we descend, we'll get some beautiful viewpoints. So there's an abandoned camper there with a bunch of garbage laying around. There must be somebody living in there.
Yeah, they might be down in town.
I'm going too fast. Let's grab a couple of gears. That looks slippery. We need a bunch of brakes. Yep, I slowed down just at the right time.
Michelle says, anything. My husband wants to know where the rest of the Squamish tribe. I told him that you probably didn't bother to record it. You're not the Squamish. Where's the rest of that video?
Oh, where I was heading north on the Sea to Sky Highway, because I was pretty much too Squamish at that point, so the video ended there, and I was going to record video heading back south to Vancouver, but it was dark by the time I left there. So by the time I got out of there, it was dark. So I was going to record a video leaving Squamish, then going southbound again, but it took so long to unload that kind of ruined those plans.
That's actually what our next load was supposed to be.
I've only ever driven the full Sea to Sky Highway with the big rig once. Delivered somewhere in Squamish area, I can't remember where, but after that we headed north and had a load.
Williams
I can't
Lake.
remember. Williams Lake?
Yeah, I remember that.
We went all the way along Sea to Sky, all the way to Highway 97. That was fun. The big rig, that was fun.
Yeah, we were supposed to have another load there, but it changed to this load.
Yeah, we were literally going to be headed that way with this load, but they wanted to unload me on Wednesday next week, but because of the snowstorm and all the storms coming in, they decided they couldn't guarantee to unload me, so they canceled the load until next year.
Michelle says it would be fun to see this guy in a sports car or motorcycle.
Yes, it would. Don't remember who I said that to in the comments, that I need to bring my bike down there sometime and ride down on a bike. That'd be a lot of fun. It'd be even more fun if they closed the highway down and we could go as fast as we wanted to. It's our first glimpse of a Soyuz lake down there. Looks like it's partially frozen over. I see the hairpin we're going to take down there, but I doubt you guys can see it. You have to know where to look. Looks like we're getting a little more traction here. That's good. A little less shininess. I like the dull gray road.
I love this hill too. Yeah, it is a beautiful view.
Yeah, I think the lake is frozen over.
Parts of it looks like it, yeah. Probably not very thick freeze. But imagine the people on like Yellow Lake and stuff are having fun with ice fishing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Hopefully we don't lose any cell service around any of these corners. There are some dead zones that there's a possibility. But the video should pop back up if we do lose it right away. another gear. Feeling a little slickness, not enough to slide a lot, but I can feel enough that I don't have grip. So just a slight slide. You know, like when you're riding a motorcycle and you're running on those tar strips, you kind of just let the bike do what it wants to do. It's kind of what I'm doing with a truck. It's like, oh, it wants to slide a little there, just let it slide. Here comes a hairpin.
Like the camera's picking up the sky.
Yeah, there's a little blue sky up there. Some unique cloud patterns too.
Oh yeah, I like that. I photographed those cloud patterns once in a while. When we get them, because they're really unique.
Soyuz, Canada's warmest welcome. Registered trademark. Let's drive next to the or next to the barrier so we get a better view.
Jupiter says, I finally caught you on a live stream this time because I usually watch the pre-recorded stream that you already have done. And you get to have me along with you.
And I have to have Jess along to narrate all the comments. A little bit more than a 180 hairpin. It's like a U that got squished on the top. Taking pictures again.
Of course I'm taking pictures. What else would I do?
That means all your comments aren't being read.
Yep. I got caught.
Jess is ignoring the comments to take pictures. Unbelievable. She thinks pictures are more important than you guys. Leave her a lot of comments if she has a hard time catching up. This is always a sketchy corner. It's a 2-lane uphill, but my trailer goes into that lane to make this corner. The lake is frozen all the way over. I don't see any open patches.
There. Maybe there's a picture that's good enough to post. Yeah, it's definitely a fun one in the summer, and you get to stop and see it from that viewpoint up top.
Yeah, we go out there in the summer to that viewpoint and just hang out.
Juan and I actually met his photography, so.
Yeah, we both have accounts on DeviantArt, a website that does, part of it is photography. It's a lot of art, painting, and digital painting and stuff too, but photography is one of the things, and we both did photography. That's how we met.
It's kind of in my blood. I like to take pictures.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So come back. Come back. Everybody, please come back. It's a dead zone. Depending on the weather, it's more dead zone than other times.
We're on Highway 3 right now. I'm by Soyuz.
Yeah, they call this the Crow's Nest Highway. Highway 3. It runs the southern border of British Columbia and Alberta. I don't know why we're losing cell service. I've never lost cell service down this part of the highway. I wonder if the towers have so much snow on them that I'm not getting good service.
Could be that.
Yeah, I'm flying down this right now. How heavy of a load I have? The
of viewers. It's like, oh,
Yeah. We went from lots of viewers to almost no viewers. The important ones stuck around.
hopefully you can hear us with the fan on. Trooper says, okay, then I know the road that you're now. Has he been on the road before? But with Telus, but they've been good to us. Like, it's usually not a problem.
I really need to buy a cell phone booster, but that's very expensive and
Michelle is still there, and Milo wants to reset.
and I bought brand new microphones, which are awesome. I love these new microphones.
Yeah, these microphones are
and
awesome.
a new camera, so we got to pay those off before I get a cell phone booster. I think that's on my list of things to get after. Once you guys have paid this off, we'll get a cell phone booster. It might help live streams.
And while we have so many people here, we should say Christmas Day we're still planning to stream on our other
On
channel.
our 3J's channel, and there should be a link down below. We're gonna do a Christmas live stream of doing a puzzle. You guys can literally watch us do a puzzle. Are you leaning into that corner?
Maybe subconsciously, aren't
She's leaning way over. I'm like, I'm not going that fast. You don't need to lean. Lean on me.
That's not a Christmas song.
That's not a Christmas song?
No.
No. Welcome to Soyuz.
I wonder if we can find a ghost bear.
Ghost Bear does live over here. Literally off to the left-hand side of me right now. Go down that road and find a Ghost Bear. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay.
Mini cute Christmas puzzle live stream.
Yep, it'll be a Christmas puzzle live stream.
It won't find them more pressure to him.
He said the one time I drove by and ignored him, he was waving at me on the sidewalk. I'm like, sorry dude, I was looking at the road, man. Yeah, Ghost Bear's into trucking as well. They run Iron Bull out of a Soyuz here. So the company called Iron Bull, they're a trucking company, so. Ghost Bear helps run that.
I have to clarify, was he doing waving or the fist pump? Because if he saw the fist pump, he would have stopped.
I would have honked at a fist pump.
You would
A
have
fist
seen
pump,
that.
I would have seen that. You'd get a good honk. So if you're just waving, that's the problem right there.
So yeah, solved it.
Should have done the fist pump. I see a lot of those.
I haven't seen the guy that usually is here that does it.
I haven't seen him for a while, but it's pretty darn cold. I wouldn't be out here either. There's some people walking for fun along the lake. Brr. Bunch of tourists. They're parked over there. That's cool looking at the cracks in the ice there, and then refroze.
What are we sitting at? -18?
He's waving, so we'll wave at him. It's -18 here, yeah? A lot warmer than we started at -24, 25. It's 24, it's -24. Welcome to downtown Soyuz. What was it? Soyuz cookies?
That was Caribbean's cookies.
That was Karamia's cookies, okay. Right. Sorry, Mala girl.
Yeah, the temperatures are
Come on,
so
steering
today.
wheel. You can turn. Come on, you can do it. Don't take out all the cars.
We've been sitting at, I think, around minus 10 Fahrenheit.
Busy, beautiful downtown here.
Everybody's out doing the last minute shopping.
The rest of you guys just gonna drive by? It's like there's a person standing at the crosswalk. You know, me stopping on the road wasn't a big enough hint. They just kept driving.
So it's just not cookies. Mini Carious cookies.
Mini Carious cookies. Yeah, the parking kind of sucks here that you have to back into traffic too. But I don't know how you would fix that. You could make it back in traffic and make it the other angle, but people don't know how to back in. It would be
They want to switch it to a Penticton's way of parallel parking.
Parallel parking would reduce the parking spots drastically.
And actually be horrible. Not everybody is really good at parallel parking. So that wouldn't be good.
You could put parallel parking on sides and in the center. Move this lane over and have a center parallel parking lane. I've seen that in towns, and that works.
Yeah.
You probably have to reduce the speed limit to 30 kilometers an hour, but honestly, we never go over 30 kilometers an hour through there anyway. All right, we're going to pull off of the Crow's Nest Highway, Highway 3, and head north, Highway 97. No, Milo, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I heard last time you said that it took a day and a half for you to show up. Well, no, it was the next day. Don't believe that for a second. Milo Girls BRBs do not count. You've burnt me too often. I was so sad.
Hi, Michael. We're doing great. We're going home for the holidays, have a couple extra days off. How about you? How are you doing? Milo says her many feelings are hurt now.
You hurt my feelings. Forget that.
Michael says it's minus 3 Fahrenheit there.
It's minus 9, minus 10 Fahrenheit here. It's warmer now. It's minus 17 Celsius now. It's warming up as we're in the Okanagan Valley. Minus 17 is what? Or no, you were telling me 16 Celsius. Plus 16 Celsius for Michael?
Yeah, well, that's what Google shows me. It doesn't show me the minus 3 Fahrenheit for you. Milo says your feelings are so micro mini because you're so mini.
So because they're so many, they don't count? Is that what you're saying? Are you discriminating against many people?
Minus 3 of wind chill.
With a wind chill. Yep, that might make sense. Milo discriminates against many people. Luckily, I'm not a mini person. I'm a huge giant. I'm 6'1.5" and 240 pounds. I don't know how anything about me is mini.
Minus 9 Fahrenheit, top of Minnesota.
Top of Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's what Milo would say.
That's what Milo would say.
Milo says minus 8 Fahrenheit with minus 35 mini wind chill.
I like saying it that way. I know Jess likes to say the windshield temperature as well. The wind chill is what it actually feels like with the wind, right? And this, when you get 60-mile winds, 60 mile per hour winds, it sure feels cold quick because it just cuts right through your clothing.
And when that's a huge difference with wind chill, I like to mention it because it makes a huge difference.
What it feels like, yeah.
Yeah, so this Arctic weather is everywhere.
Growing up in Manitoba, we never did that. The news would say what the wind chill was, but we always just said, hey, it's minus 40 out, and that's the actual temperature out, not the wind chill. The wind chill would put it minus 50, minus 60. Man, there's a lot of cops here. It's more cops than I've seen since Texas.
No. They showed up the last few days, remember, for all the accidents?
All the accidents, man, those cops were on top of those accidents pretty quick.
It's Tuesday, I've never seen so many cops, man.
And CBSE was out too, handing out tickets to idiot drivers.
And the video's in a couple of weeks from now. You guys will not believe what we've had to deal with this week.
It's been fun.
We don't want to spoil it all, but it's been a week.
Last week we lost a load we couldn't get delivered. Basically we ran late. This week we lost the load because we were running so late. It's been 2 weeks in a row of running late due to, I guess last week wasn't due to the snowstorm, but this week is all due to snowstorm. And finally, the island in Vancouver got slammed with snowstorms too, so you guys finally know what it feels like down there.
I think it snow once in a while.
Yeah, but not usually this much snow. And one snowstorm after another.
Yep.
And then here comes a third one.
Yep. As long as we can avoid the lower mainland next week as well, I'll be happy.
I have my doubts, but you never know. Next week's probably going to be a very short week.
I'll approve that message there, Michelle. Maybe. There we go. She said, send the cuffs to Victoria. We have a lot of idiot drivers here, just saying.
Sorry to tell you, but those idiots exist everywhere. Dude, man, we had some idiots. We had some special. Yeah. We'll just leave it there because I can rant on forever on. We've had some special drivers. And not just four-wheelers. We've had some special big rig drivers that don't deserve to have professional in front of their driver's licenses.
She says this is the most snow she's seen in Victoria since the blizzard of '96. Wow. That says a lot.
It's been a while. I graduated high school in '96.
Yawning. I made you yawn.
Hey, you slept better than the last couple of nights.
Yeah. Michelle says, stop it, you make me feel old. I graduated in '75.
We already established that you were old. Having said that, I'm old, so what does that say about you? If I'm old, that makes you ancient.
I like that we have a mix of different ages in here.
Yeah. A lot more younger people have started joining these videos, so I kind of like that. I know my editing style has helped that a lot. Trailer Girl is so mini. Is that the reason why you can see me? You have to be mini to see another mini person?
Is Minnie an age now?
Mini might be an age. Which doesn't make me mini then. I'm just a medium then.
Well, this is going to get complicated. Yep, Michael graduated in June.
I already had my midlife crisis.
Sunny Justice J says, hi, Juan.
Hello?
Minnie. Milo says her age is just Minnie.
Just mini. Her age is just mini, that's all.
Michelle says, for sure, I turned 65 this past summer, so I'm officially a senior citizen, although I don't feel like it. So that's good that you don't feel like it. And then Jupiter says, I'm 28 right now, and in 2 months I'll be 29.
I think what year are we in? 22? I'm 45? 45. I'm 45. I had to do the math. Whee! Let's make sure we stay on the grippy stuff here. A little too wide, we'll be sliding.
You're reading these comments out of order now, faster than when I can read them.
I just happened to glance at the screen and I saw a honk and I'm like, gotta take care of that. Must be taken care of. Alright, continue.
Sunny says, my youngest brother's a trucker too, works in Seattle.
Huh. I run through Seattle. I might have driven by him.
I don't enjoy Seattle when it's rush hour.
I hate city driving. I'm glad I only drive through Seattle once in a while. Same with Portland, only once in a while. Vancouver, Canada, only once in a while. I couldn't handle that traffic every day.
Sunny's from Nanaimo.
Nanaimo. I like Nanaimo. It's a nice city.
James is just messing with you then, Michael. So we're driving past a whole bunch of
Wineries?
Some orchards as well.
If I wanted to start pointing out wineries, they're all over the place. Winery here, another winery there. Like there's literally wineries beside us the whole time. This is wine country.
Occasionally orchards.
Occasionally an orchard, but mostly wine.
Oh, he takes the ferry over then across the border.
Oh! I wonder how much that costs to cross the border on the ferry. Because I know I was talking to another trucking company that said they always cross at Pacific Crossing and then take the ferry from Tawasin instead of crossing the border via ferry. Pacifica Company. Can't say I recognize that name. 5-ton trucks, okay.
Michael wants to know if there's streams tonight.
I have no idea. Has James been doing streams? Certainly not from me.
Not for me.
Stream tomorrow? Maybe. Tomorrow morning? Maybe. I'm gotta kind of figure out how our weekend's gonna go, but maybe tomorrow.
Sonny says, it seems your company is good.
I love our company. Love our company to work for. Like today, example. Yesterday morning, I contacted my manager and asked. So we got dispatch, my supervisor, my manager. We emailed all three in a group email and asked what my weekend would look like for Christmas. And the manager, the boss, called and goes, hey, you're going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. You're going to load today morning for a load that's headed to Squamish for delivery on Wednesday. I'm like, perfect, thank you. I'm going to start making plans with family. And all of a sudden, my supervisor changed the load I was getting because that company canceled that load because they couldn't guarantee to unload me on Wednesday. They might not be able to unload me until next year. It's like, well, I'm not taking that load. So they canceled that load. I had to take this load, and this load is supposed to be delivered tomorrow morning in Ashcroft. So I called my manager and go, hey, your boss called me already and told me I had these days off. So I've already made plans for these days with family. So this doesn't work for me. So they very quickly said, okay, no, don't worry about delivering this load in Ashcroft tomorrow. It works better for Sutco if I deliver it tomorrow, but don't worry about it. You can deliver it on Tuesday. I'm like, yep, we can make that work. And then a couple of hours later, my manager called and goes, hey, if you don't want to deliver this load until next week, Wednesday, we're okay with that. I'm like, no, we'll deliver it on Tuesday. We got that figured out. We can make that work.
Milo says this will be your last mini stream until after Christmas, maybe even into the New Year's, but she's not sure yet.
This might be the last trucking live stream this year.
Yeah.
We may get one in next week, but doubtful.
Sonny says, I've been watching, you are likable.
I am likable? You're going to give me this inflated ego, and I'm going to feel all special about myself. Somebody's got to pop the bubble. Hey, Jess is punching me already.
I'm popping the bubble, don't worry.
my head needs to deflate.
Now we like to have this type of channel, chill, relaxed.
Super positive. Most of the comments are positive. It's been such a nice community. It really has. It's been a nice group of people to talk to. Everybody that always leaves comments, chats. Like I say in the mornings always, every day is a good day. If everybody started their morning and said today is a good day, even on days that were, like we had all sorts of problems on Monday morning and Tuesday morning. Monday and Tuesday morning, all sorts of troubles. It's still a good day. It was still a good day. A car was escaping at the light there a little bit.
Probably on their phone.
We reminded them to get off their phone.
Okay. Our truck is taller. I can see what you're doing. We lead by example.
I try to. I'm hypocritical sometimes too. I will openly admit that I sometimes say stuff to do things a certain way, and then I catch myself doing the opposite. I'm like, yep, I am hypocritical. I think it's important to recognize that we are all hypocritical. We all screw up.
And also, it's okay if you change.
Own your mistakes.
It's okay if you change your opinion.
This is true
Or view
too.
as well.
It's okay to change your mind on a view? Yes. Anytime you get new information that changes your opinion, that's a good thing, because I think we need to be flexible as people.
For a mini car was probably scared awake, yep.
Hopefully they dropped their cell phone and cracked the screen. Hopefully the cell phone dropped on their toe and they broke a toenail. Alright, Yellow's gonna
I
watch
like it
for
when
these
you
doors.
give driving tips. Michelle says.
Right now we're stopping.
I know, like, My sister
Hey,
watches
dude, you're on your phone.
once in a while. My sister even says like she drives differently now from the driving tips that one's been able to give. It's like I like that we can help people.
Sometimes I don't know which tips to give. I don't know what the right answers are because I haven't been given the question. People are always scared to ask the questions. I'm like, if you guys have a question, ask it, because if you have the question, there's 100 people that are scared to ask the question. So let's get those driving tips out there. 'Cause I'm really a new truck driver. I've only been driving for 5 years. So I'm still learning too. So that's maybe why I still have some of these tips to give, because these are things I'm learning.
Milo says you give mini tips.
Mini tips.
Michelle says I have a whole new respect for truck drivers now that I probably didn't used to have before.
Well, thank you. I appreciate all those kind words. Hammer down. Hammer down. Hammer down. This road looks like it might be a little street. We're going to turn our lockers off anyway.
I saw a sign that said Baldy had their tube track open. I'm like, oh, tubing sounds so much fun.
They have a tubing track.
Yeah.
So basically a bit like bobsledding, but on a tube.
I guess.
That sounds like fun.
I don't know if Apex is one like that.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah. Maybe not in this colder weather, but you know.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. You know, in the colder weather, it's a lot faster.
Did we say we were in Oliver? I don't remember.
Now we've come and gone out of Oliver and didn't say a word.
Poor Oliver.
Poor Oliver getting ignored. More vineyards, by the way. Now we get to do Vasu Lake, and then OK Falls, and then we've got a bit of a climb that worries me.
Waterman Hill.
Waterman Hill, 2 days ago, trucks were spinning out on. The roads look pretty good here, but how does Waterman Hill look like today? Will we have to chain up?
Jupiter wants to know how you shift the truck. Is there like a gear shifter buttons that you push to shift gear?
I put it in drive like a car and then ignore it. Most of the time. It has a, you know, like a center console shifter. It looks like that. It doesn't have a park in it. So you have a reverse, neutral, drive, manual, and then low. Reverse is obvious, neutral is obvious, drive is obvious. Manual, on the shifter in the center console, when you're in manual mode, there's buttons that your thumb buttons, and you can upshift and downshift with your thumb buttons. I do that all the time when I'm climbing a steep hill where I'm scared about spinning out. That's when I go to manual mode. The L, I ignore the L. What it will do is, listen to this. I'm going to go L right now, and it's going to do downshifts. It'll go to the lowest safe gear. Now I'm back to drive, and then it. So these transmissions, people always go, it's an automatic transmission. It's not true. These transmissions in big rigs are manual transmissions that a computer shifts for you. Not like an automatic transmission in a car. These transmissions still have all the gears of a manual transmission. The computer just does the shifting for you, so it's an automated transmission.
Blue Man says, no split shifting, pretty sweet.
Yeah, all the split shifting is done for you. So the truck is doing all of that. There's no, I swore I would never drive an automatic. And now that I'm used to an automatic, when I go back to a manual transmission, I just feel so tired by the end of the day compared to driving an automatic. And what if people go like on automatic, you always spin out going up the hills, and that's not true. The first year, yeah, I had to learn how to drive differently with the automatic, but once you got used to it, know how to handle the automatic transmission in manual mode, no problem. I outdrive a lot of guys in manual transmissions. So
Milo says there a computer inside the truck must be mini.
it is. It's a smaller laptop.
Oh, it must be micro mini.
Micro mini. We have a smaller screen laptop because we were looking for something small.
I think it's an automated computer.
Oh. But I do all my editing on the laptop. Well, not all of it, but most of my editing is done on the laptop. You guys want to buy a new laptop, look at Framework. That's my next laptop I'm buying, is Framework. Awesome company. Finally a laptop that you can fix when just one thing goes wrong with it, instead of throwing the whole thing out or paying a fortune to fix it. You can fix it yourself. Woo, a little slippy there. Got on the throttle a little too early. So, Mario Kart drifting. That's an inland repair truck in front of us, which they service Kenworth and Peterbilt trucks.
I must have had a call up somewhere, maybe.
Yep, there's a broken down big rig somewhere, or equipment. They do forestry equipment and stuff like that too, or heavy duty equipment and stuff. All right, 4-lane passing lane. We're gonna slow down. Let everybody behind us get by us. I hate to be I hate when big rigs speed up. Okay, I hate it. Anybody speeds up in passing lanes. Just drive the speed you intend to drive in a 2-lane. When there's a passing lane, just stay in that speed. I slow down in these not always, but if there's a bunch of cars behind me, I slow down and just let people by. If you caught up with me before the passing lane, you deserve to pass me in the passing lane. Some people fight tooth and nail in these. I always say that this is where Jesus lives, because miracles happen. All of a sudden cars can drive 120 that were driving at 80. It's like they can only do 80 and all of a sudden they're at the passing lane and magically they can do 120. It's a miracle. It drives me nuts. There, now we can speed up again. Then of course after the passing lane everybody slows down again, right? So then you're stuck behind these slow cars for hours. But every time this passing lane they perform miracles. Vastu Lake coming up here. That's probably frozen over too.
Oh yeah, it was last few times we drove past it.
It's partially, right?
No, it's frozen over
Oh, it's
completely.
frozen all the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Vastu Lake is fun to go kayaking on. Because no motorboats allowed on the lake. Oh yeah, she's frozen.
Milo says if she ever spent a day with you, it would look like she was talking to herself. Well, especially if you're with Ghost Bear too then, right?
Yep, Ghost Bear and me.
Blue Man says, remember the days of the ice boaters, brave souls.
Ice boaters? Icebreakers? Or back in the day when they were exploring the Northwest Passage and stuff like that. Excuse me.
On Vesey Lake, the ice boaters.
Ice boaters on Vasty Lake? I've never heard of such a thing.
But now I'm very interested. Yeah, we're both not originally from...
Yeah, we're not from here, so we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like, we've lived here for a while, but, yeah, we're not native to this area. Like a laser sailboat, but with skates.
Oh! I've seen those on... I've seen pictures of that. They're like skates with... yeah, they're like sailboats with skates on them. Yeah. I've never seen something like that in real life, but...
Why aren't they common anymore?
I don't think these lakes probably freeze enough to make that a sport to get into.
Well, you could do it on Yellow Lake.
No, not enough wind there.
Oh, you have to have wind.
You need wind. They're sailboats. You need wind. Okanagan and Skaha Lake would work beautifully for something like that.
The
if they
bighorn
froze
sheep
over.
are over there.
You saw the bighorn?
Yeah, the bighorn sheep are over there.
I missed them.
It might have been on camera if you knew where to look, but I'm not
Right
sure.
hand side, yeah.
So we've seen elk and bighorn sheep today. Vesey was sketchy with open areas. I did see some mini sheep, but they're bighorn.
So they weren't so many, they were big.
Has anybody else ever thought about how bighorn sheep are called sheep, but they look like goats, and then the mountain goats are called goats, but they look like sheep?
Truth.
Only in the sense that they're really shaggy and white.
Whoever named them got it wrong. Okay, coming up on OK Falls. The roads are still looking half decent. Still a little concerned about Waterman's Hill here. If we're gonna spin out, this is our last chance to do it. I really don't want to put chains on. It's minus 17 now, so it's a little warmer. Still don't want to put chains on.
We already had enough of that this week.
Anyone know what Waterman's Hill looks like? Let's see if there's somebody on the VHF. I haven't seen any trucks. Not a lot of trucks. That might
Look good this morning.
Thank you. Looked good this morning, so it probably looks better now.
Mini OK Falls is just where you say okay.
I didn't hear what you said.
Mini OK Falls is where you just say okay.
It's actually shortened. It's a mini version of Okanagan Falls. There we go. It's a mini version of Okanagan Falls. Even the signs now read OK Falls. Some of the signs.
We're getting close to tickleberries.
Ooh, I like tickleberries. They're closed for the season though.
No, I thought their signs at 10 to 5.
Oh really?
I think they're open till like Christmas and then they're closed, I think.
I mean, you wouldn't want ice cream in there, but they've got fudge
I want the
and
fudge and put on pink green.
yeah. all sorts of other stuff in there. Tickleberries is known for having like hundreds of flavors of ice cream, hard ice cream.
Actually, a Tickleberries in town now. We could take 10 as well.
And in the summer, we should do a live stream going into Tickleberries.
We should.
Of course, we couldn't stop now if we wanted to. There's no room for a big rig to park. Back in the day before there were no posts, you could have parked a big rig there.
Yeah.
Now there's barriers preventing that. Hey, is that a Sunco truck? It looks like a Sunco truck. Yep, Sunco logo on the side. Not sure if that's an owner-operator or not. There's Tickleberries. Oh yeah, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So they are open.
Somebody bought this hotel, so it'll be reopening. And they're looking for people to do the restaurant.
Oh man, we need the old cooks back. They had the best pulled pork sandwiches ever in that restaurant.
Pulled pork or,
No.
or beef dip?
Beef dip, best beef dip ever.
I'm like, I think I know.
Wrong thing. Best beef dip ever in that restaurant. Well, these roads aren't looking all that promising. We're gonna lock her up and see what it feels like climbing this. Waterman Hill is famous for having a rollover every single summer because people come down the hill too fast, and usually semis or tanker trucks or 5-ton trucks or whatever, stuff like that, the bigger, some kind of transportation vehicles, usually like to roll on this hill.
Where many berries are tickled.
No comment.
This is frozen over.
Yep. Kayak in there sometimes too.
Yeah, we like to kayak around.
If you guys see the bridge on the right hand side there, that's the old Kettle Valley Railroad Bridge. Now it's a walking path down there. Alright, manual. Stay in the dirty snow here. So far, so good. Hey bud, your license plate is hanging off.
Oh, wow.
It's just a matter of time before you lose that. Alright, get a little momentum going for this next climb. Here's the steep section coming up. Four-way flashers on. Oh, there's a little bit of grip here. Dry road, a little bit of dry road. Hopefully this continues. I'm going to put my bare feet on that. Well, there, it's the end of the dry road. We'll keep our feet on that dirty snow. Good pickup, there's passing lane here. You can pass me. This isn't bad. Doing all right. Losing all our momentum, but we're doing all right. Oh, now the pickup finally decided they're going to pass me. I got down to 30 kilometers an hour on a 80 kilometer zone before they decided they were going to pass.
I remember spinning out.
Oh, they're from Oregon. Remember spinning out on this hill?
Yeah. Blue Man says road looks good, much better than that white glare ice in town.
Yep.
The city was tossing sand out today, very sparingly.
Well, this is good. I haven't spun the tires yet.
On Tuesday, we were begging for sand.
Yeah, Tuesday was glare white compact snow. That sucked.
We didn't see a snowplow to be had. They were gone.
Yeah, no problem. Back to automatic mode. Alright, let's see if the Cleveland scale is open or not.
Changed this intersection, but I'm kind of disappointed.
No, they've actually added.
They added more.
They've added like these reflective safety cone things.
Okay.
That makes that corner almost impossible now.
Okay.
So it's almost impossible to break the law now. Yep. I saw they added them the last time we came through.
Good. 'Cause I'm like trying to do it so less people would die here, but then they didn't have those, and it was still causing accidents.
Yep. They fixed that so you can't really do that now. This intersection should be a lot safer now. How many people died before they finally fixed it?
Way too many. Isla says I need to start cleaning my mini place so I can get ready for friends coming over. Have a mini Merry Christmas and Happy Mini New Year if
Yes, you too.
she doesn't see us by then. Stay
Merry
mini.
Christmas.
Stay mini.
Stay mini.
So mini.
Stay so mini. Yeah, you have a mini Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year too.
Yes, Milo. Enjoy the holidays.
Make a left here on this road, you go to the Dominion Radio Astro whatever telescope observatory. It's a radio telescope. It's pretty awesome. All the cones in there now, it makes that illegal turn almost impossible. So.
Oh, that is so nice.
Yep. And then over here, they still have temporary cones, but now there's a center turning lane, so you only have to clear the traffic from one side and not both sides. So these are temporary here that they have to replace, but so much better intersection. The scale was closed.
Milo gives us a mini pretzel twist to enjoy. Yes, I hope you have a wonderful holiday as well, Blue Man. It's definitely nice to get holidays off after years of working it.
Yeah, I spent too many years working Christmas Day itself. So having days off is awesome.
Miley gives me a mini pretzel choice as well. Michelle has to go. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You guys rock.
Thank you. You guys rock as well. Merry Christmas. Guess what? We're home.
Very close.
11 kilometers to go. We'll end the video as we pull into Penticton because there's some creepy stuff that happens. We don't need people to know exactly where we live.
Yep.
As we pull down into town, we'll call it a day. Because there's always that one or two person that has to make it weird.
And we just got done saying what a great community we have.
I know, we have 99% of people. More than 99%. Because out of the, 2,000 and whatever subscribers, we had like 1 or 2, 3 that have gotten weird. So that's really a good statistic.
It is.
2 ambulances headed south. I just realized I'm slowing down for this traffic. Guess what? They're driving the speed limit. Whoopsie. I don't know how much I was speeding by, but I guess they're going below the speed limit. Never mind. But I was catching up with them way too quick. Oh, there's another ambulance headed south. Another 2. That's 4 ambulances headed southbound. Dude has a headlight out. Where's all the ambulances going?
We're also just doing issue transfers or something.
Sky Lake is a little bit of fog on it, but definitely not frozen over.
But you can see just Okanagan's that cloud, right? Foggy.
Okanagan Lake has all that fog coming off, yeah, on the other side of town. Yeah, we have 2 lakes. If you look at a satellite image, it looks like it's just one lake with a town that's been built over top of the lake, and essentially that's exactly what it is. It's just the town's built on this marshy area of the lake and filled in. But now it's 2 lakes. Back in the day, it would have been one big lake.
It's connected by a channel.
River channel, which you can float down.
There are people that are tourists that call it a canal. If you don't know.
That's not really a canal.
We have.
But welcome home. Home sweet home. Ice on the edge here, yeah. A little dusting of snow on some of the ice.
And we'll have a white Christmas. It'll be nice.
Oh yeah. Some years we don't get a white Christmas. This year it's going to be a cold and white Christmas. I'm okay with that. We're staying at home.
It should start to warm up after today though, so we'll see how quickly. A lot more ice than what you think on the water.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of ice on this end. Yeah. There's little patches that open, but for the most part, there's thin layer ice over a lot of this end here. Some years it actually freezes over. The whole lake kind of freezes over, but it's been a couple of years since that's happened. We need a couple more cold days and it would actually happen. Not a fan of this new red light here. It's an awkward down angle, so you really need to start slowing down here as if it's going to be red.
I think it would have been better as a roundabout.
Yeah. Yep, probably. On an icy day, good luck stopping if you see the red light turn red now. And the way the road is designed, all big rigs just swivel into the center lane here. That could be fixed too with just painting the lines differently at the next intersection. Not this one, the next one, by the channel. Easy fix by painting these lines differently. Because if you want to stay on Highway 97, you need to be in this lane. If they painted the lanes a little bit differently, you could have both lanes go on 97.
Yeah.
Basically, as you approach this intersection, have both of these lanes jot over into turning lanes. And if you wanted to go straight, you would have to signal to the right to turn into that turning lane. And that would fix the issue of all big rigs pulling into this lane. And people that don't know the area, making this lane change at the last second. Yeah, the channel is all frozen up. Make the corner here and then call it a day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me with all those other videos you guys watch all the time, and the comments and questions, and I love all your input, thumbs ups, and everything you guys do. Thank you, really appreciate it. You guys have awesome holidays. Happy New Year. We'll see you guys on future live streams and back on the road on Monday. We're out of here. You guys rock. Beat me. It's not fair.
Happy holidays.
It's not fair at all. It's all wrong now. We're out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.
Oh, that's better. Whew. I won't honk because there's too many nice people beside us. So we're out. If I can figure out how to end the live stream.